Hi, this is Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com, and in this short YouTube video I want to talk about the Star Trac Spinner NXT 7000 series bike, Generation 1. There are 3 generations of Star Trac Spinner NXTs prior to 2012. The 7000 series NXT was the first. It was produced starting in 2005. And we've been a consultant, in fact, the only direct outside consultant to Star Trac for close to 10 years. We're the only official technical support for spinning. We're the original and current technical support provider to the spinning program in the world. And I have written 6 technical manuals over the last 10 years, which are considered the Bibles in the industry. If you call Star Trac or Spinning or Schwinn, they have my manuals. They refer to my manuals for repair procedures, etc. The Star Trac Spinner NXT 7000 series Generation 1 was the first NXT. It changed a lot of things in the indoor cycling arena. It was the first aluminum bike, but they also produced this bike, and they had an issue with the bike where the bottom bracket was pressed into an aluminum frame, and in some cases over time the bottom bracket ended up moving inside the frame, and it was something that needed major correction. I wrote the correction for this procedure in volume 6 of my technical manual series, and this is something that you really need to be aware of because there are a lot of Star Trac Spinner NXT 7000s on the market, and most come from used fitness equipment warehouses, which sell everything and specialize in nothing. You'll see these used fitness equipment warehouses, they throw around terms like refurbished, and one of my favorites, which is the most empty, hollow thing that a company could say, is that the bike has been cleaned and serviced. If it's a 7000 series bike and it's being sold by a used fitness equipment company, it probably came out of a club, and it probably was used for years and years and years, daily, multiple times a day, and the clubs got rid of them because the inside of the bike is worn out or the outside of the bike just looks beat up and nasty. When we sell the 7000 series bike, we do the correction, and we do a lifetime warranty on our 7000 series Star Trac Spinner NXTs. We tear them down to the bare frames and we correct them. We put new bearings in the bottom bracket, new bearings in the flywheel, new resistance pads. I include a copy of volume 6. We do lifetime email and phone tech support. And in a lot of cases, if the bikes aesthetically are pretty beat up, we will send the frames and the bases and the cranks out, and we'll have those portions of the bike powder bead blasted and powder coated. The 7000 series bike will say Star Trac, or let's say Spinner NXT in red, and a good indicator for the 7000 series Generation 1 is the bottom bracket bearing will not have a black ring around it. Now the Generation 2 7000 series bike, which is here, it has the black ring, and the black ring means that the frame had been sleeved. The Generation 2 NXT, which they also call the 7000, I call it the Generation 2 7000. They actually put a steel sleeve through the frame to correct that bottom bracket issue. But beware of the 7000 series Star Trac Spinner NXTs being sold by used fitness equipment companies. I get tons of calls from people that buy these bikes. Another good indicator of a bike that, of a 7000 series, is on the chain guard. A lot of times it'll have a wear mark where the crank arm, the end of the crank arm right here, will actually wear a groove in the motion of the drivetrain. It'll actually wear a groove in the side of the chain guard. And that is a really, really bad sign. You can call me directly, 888-909-BIKE, 310-664-1375, or 818-470-2204. I'm here. I'm available 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. If you're on our YouTube channel, you can already see just how much of an in-depth approach I take to all this. This is our warehouse in Hawthorne, and we have a lot of bikes. This place here is absolutely an indoor cycling buyer's heaven. It's nirvana if you're buying bikes. I'm Jeff Wimmer from StudioCycles.com, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video.